Hey everybody, it's Stephanie again. Yep, daily. I've been doing daily ones because I've been bored. But I also wanted to give you guys an update. I went to my surgeon's office today to get my stitches removed, and I was super excited. But I was a little bit nervous because I've never really had stitches removed, so I didn't know how it was going to feel. But honestly, all it felt like was just a tiny little, like, poke, like if someone were to poke you with a needle, or like a little bit of a pinch. But that pinching, sorry guys, my phone's blowing up. The pinching was when he was cutting. I need to turn that off. Hold on. The pinching was actually from when he was cutting the stitches, because he would take like I don't know if it was like tweezers or something, and it was weird. It was like I could feel it. I couldn't see because I mean I'm laying on my back and he's doing it. But I had the ones, like, I had one sticking out right here, and then I had like 3 or 4 under each one, and then one right under each nipple. And because he went straight down, cut out my old scar, and then underneath. So it was like an anchor. But anyway, so I felt him like pulling, and it was like a slight pull, and then I could feel the thing coming out, but it was weird because it felt really long, and I didn't realize it was as long as it was, but I guess it was. I don't know. Maybe it just felt long. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to also say that I'm doing the hair thing again. Sorry. WeeksPam. Her name is WeeksPam on here. She apologized because in my last video I mentioned that people were saying that I had ADD and that it bothers certain people, and her being one of them, that I play with my hair. Let me make this clear. I was not at all upset about that, and I wasn't saying that, you know, that you offended me in any way, so I don't want you to think that you did. That is who I am. I am ADD. I mean, I jump subjects all the time and yada yada, so I would like to work on that, though, because I irritate myself when I'm watching my own videos, and I'm like, oh, how many times did I say, and how many times did I say, so, and how many times did I play with my hair or fidget with something? So I get it. It's not a big deal, and I was not at all directing that as like to make you feel bad or feel guilty. I just was trying to let you know that I was sitting here like trying not to do it, so you could actually watch my videos. But on a different note, well, kind of going back to the doctor appointment today, I asked him if I had, because if you recall, I remember telling you guys that I read out of the file that I have from my prior surgeon, who botched my boob job really bad, that she said that if you recall, you had capsular contracture from the beginning, and I know for a fact that I did not have capsular contracture, but it wasn't exactly factual until I knew for sure that my surgeon got in there and actually looked, my new surgeon, when he did this revision, and could tell me. And so, good Lord, I'm sorry, my phone is like going crazy right now. I have 4 people texting me at once. So, but, anyways, he noted in the file of mine that this is exactly what it said. Like, basically, I don't have the file yet. He said that he would be happy to send me all of my paperwork. He's actually going to mail it to me. It'll be at my house probably in about a week, and they'll have the whole thing to me. And then I can go ahead with the process of taking her to court and stuff, because yeah, she does not need to be in business anymore. So it said Stephanie did not have capsular contracture. Her prior surgery was done improper. Her pockets were cut too far laterally on both sides and never cut medially, and were never cut, you know, underneath either, so they had nowhere to drop, causing her severe deformity. And this is the worst I've seen in my 32 years of experience, yada yada kind of thing. It basically said something to that extent, like, you know, explaining what he saw, what was wrong, so that will definitely help me. And I had to give him a big hug today because I'm just so thankful that I found a surgeon who knows what he's doing and is good at it. And I asked him about tummy tucks, because though my stomach is not awful, I can live with it the way it is, but I did want to find out, you know, if I did get like I know I don't need like a major tummy tuck, but if I had like a mini tummy tuck, you know, how much would it cost, for one? And I asked him, you know, is it something that he would recommend I do if I still want to have kids? And this is how I know he's an awesome surgeon, and he's not in it just for the money, but he's also in it to make a good reputation for himself. He said, if I told you, you know, if you really want a tummy tuck, you know, you can get a tummy tuck if you don't plan on having kids, I would say, yeah, go for it. But if you plan on having kids still, that would be like me robbing you of money, because you're gonna have to have it done again. And, you know, stretching skin after stretching skin isn't exactly ideal, and it's not going to look as good as it did the first time, and it's going to be thinner, and, you know, you might even run risks of it like splitting, or it might not be even possible to have another one afterwards. So that was really cool that he was very honest about that. He did say, though, that if I did decide to have it and we couldn't have kids, or I wanted to do it, you know, after we had kids, that I could sorry. I get this like burning pain occasionally on my sides where the stitches are, but he did say that I could, it would cost $10,000, and he said if I wanted to stay one night at their facility to have like the nurses take care of me for the one night, it would be an additional $1,000. So honestly, I really don't think that that's that bad. I think he's pretty good on his pricing, because I thought it was going to be like $16,000 for a tummy tuck. But I also know that he does a good job, so I don't mind paying if it is more than normal. Excuse me. I don't mind paying the extra to know that I'm in good hands. You know what I mean? Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk about was Jenny. I just talked about Jenna yesterday, so I'm all confused now. Jenny. She is new to the weight loss surgery YouTube community. Her name is JLJ0198, I believe is the correct one. She's been texting me. She's having her surgery, I believe she said next Tuesday. Let me double check this. Oh my god, I have 11 text messages. Whoa! She got approved for... Sorry, Jenny, I'm looking for your text. I gotta scroll up from all of our texting. Yes, it says... She found out that her surgery is the first one of the day at 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday. So, yay! I'm excited for her. So you guys keep her in your prayers. Go check out her videos. She's super sweet. I wish she lived here because I would totally hang out with her all the time, because we'd be shopping buddies and buying makeup and doing the accessory shopping and just hanging out in general. She's really cool. And she is adorable and super sweet, and she's been through what we've all been through, and you know, she's been in contact with me, and actually she's one of the ones that's texting me right now too. So sorry, Jenny, if I'm taking a minute to get back to you. I'm just trying to do a video. She did ask me to let her know if there I think were is proper word, any ideas that I could throw out there as far as what she needs to buy from the grocery store before her surgery. Okay, I haven't exactly put this together, so I apologize if this is a little bit scattered, but going back 2.5 years, almost 3 years, I'm trying to remember what exactly I did. I wouldn't go overboard. Now, the reason I say that is because you may look, your eyes are going to be way bigger than your stomach, trust me. Mine were. I bought like bunches and bunches of like sugar-free Jell-O and sugar-free pudding for the mush stage. I even bought baby food because at some point I thought I'd be able to take it. And when I was younger and babysitting, I thought it wasn't that bad. Oh my God. What was I thinking? Ew! Or maybe I just got disgusting kind of. I don't know. Maybe it was just that my taste buds had changed after the gastric bypass. But wow. No. That sat in the pantry for a very long time. I was like, I don't even care. I'm not that hungry. Nope. I will suggest for the liquid stage, get, my mom is calling me. For the liquid stage, get like broth. Get different flavors, but beef broth made me nauseous for some reason. Vegetable broth actually was good. Chicken broth was good, but you'll get tired of it. I would get, you know, enough with sodium because I think you're actually low on sodium after the surgery because you lose so much, like, weight so quickly and fluids. Tons of water. Crystal Light, get a variety because you will get so sick of it. I was just, like, please don't give me more Crystal Light. As far as protein goes, I told her about the Bariatric Advantage vitamins. I recommend those because I personally, you know, Celebrate is a good brand, but I don't really like their vitamins as much. But I think it's just a personal preference. I think that the Bariatric Advantage berry flavored are my favorite. I started out actually with the orange flavored, and those really weren't bad either. And they also have the chewable irons and everything like that, and it's just www.bariatricadvantage.com. And they sell all their stuff. Their calcium chews are absolutely delicious, I think. I mean, they taste almost like Starburst to me. I've tried every single one of them. My favorite are the raspberry and the lemon, and then they have a chocolate, which honestly the chocolate tastes weird to me. I don't know why. And then they have a caramel, and the caramel is pretty good too. So those three are good, but I almost prefer the fruity flavors because I kind of think of it like Starburst. Protein. The protein that I use is actually Matrix. It has little sugar. In fact, it might even have no sugar. It has a lot of protein. It has little carbs. It's little fat. It's got great flavors. Vanilla, what I do is I would get, sometimes you become lactose intolerant with milk. So I don't know if you already are or not, Jenny, or anybody else watching this, but get like just like 1% milk. Don't go fat-free, because if you look on the labels, fat-free actually has more sugar than the 1%, I believe. Well, that's what I was taught in the nutrition class. I could be wrong, but we'll see. But anyways, I get Matrix. It comes in a 5-pound bag or a 2-pound bag, I think, and it's pretty good pricing. You can get it on Amazon for a lot cheaper. And if you don't live in California like I do, you don't get charged up the butt with taxes. So, yeah. And if you have Amazon Prime, which I do, you get free shipping, 2-day shipping. So it works out good. But I just mix it in one of those shaker bottles with the little, you know, the little metal things that they stick in them. Those are really good for shaking up those. what I do is I just pour the milk in, and I just fill it up enough to put, so I can put 2 scoops of protein in there and just shake it up really, really good. A lot of times I will make it the night before because it seems to be better the next day because it's had time to sit and dissolve and not be so frothy, because sometimes it gets a little bit of frothy at the top, but it's not bad. But it actually tastes the best. The banana is good and the vanilla is good. The chocolate is pretty good too. I am not a fan of the cookies and cream of any of them. Strawberry I haven't tried, but I'm sure it's good as well. They have several different flavors. But yeah, banana and vanilla I would say are the best. So yeah, don't go overboard with what you buy. Eggs, when you get into the soft food stage, I believe it is, you can have eggs. I would suggest doing that because you can get protein, but always remember to chew it really, really, really good, because oh my god, I made that mistake once and that was not good. I also, at one point when I was able to eat solid foods, I tried turkey jerky. Delicious, because I was craving meat, right? And it really was good, but the bad thing about new, freshly gastric bypass people is your pouch is so small, and when you chew up jerky, it really doesn't dissolve. It doesn't become smaller much. So yeah, that came up and kind of ruined my idea of turkey jerky. I really don't like turkey jerky anymore. Ruined it. Another idea, as far as, I don't want you to get in the habit of fast food, but you will come across a time, probably at the 2-month point, where you will crave some kind of fast food. Do not be an idiot and go out and get like chicken nuggets or something really greasy or anything like that. That is horrible, and you will reap the consequences of that. You will be, bent over in pain and just, no, not good. What you can do though, and what I actually was so excited about, actually you could do it at the mush stage, I believe, or the soft food stage, I think it is go to Taco Bell and get the pintos and cheese and then the hot sauce. And I kid you not, that was like heaven, because you're eating all this blah food forever and you finally get something that tastes good. You can make it yourself too though. Just get like refried beans, preferably low fat, and some hot sauce and some cheese, and just sprinkle it in there and melt it, and it's the same thing. But that was the first thing I'd ever tried fast food wise, and when I do fast food, it's very rare, but I try to steer clear of it because it really does make you feel sick if you eat it, because it's just so greasy and not good for you. Another option, if you really needed the fast food, would be to go to like El Pollo Loco and get just the mashed potatoes with the gravy. I think you can have that, but that's not very nutritious, so I wouldn't recommend it. The other thing is, I say I wouldn't recommend it, yet I'm telling you, I wouldn't recommend it as a protein thing, but if you really, really crave potatoes, that's an idea. Another thing I did was, I had my surgery just before Thanksgiving and Christmas and all those fantastic, yummy food holidays, so I basically tortured myself. Christmas, I had a quarter, that's all I could eat, of a deviled egg. That's how much you're going to be able to eat. And it didn't bother me. I was full. And then I drank water, and then I got hungry later, so I just had some protein shake. And then I believe that was for Thanksgiving or Christmas, but one of the times I had, I don't know if you're into sweet potatoes, but you can't have sweet potatoes with the sugar because you will be dumping like you won't believe. But it actually doesn't taste bad if you just do sweet potatoes plain, just microwave a little tiny piece and just eat it. You'll be surprised at how sweet things taste when you haven't had sugar. and you hadn't had any crap, you will learn that there is a totally different taste bud thing going on when you gastric bypass. You appreciate what's in your mouth, and you cannot eat fast. I don't suggest eating and talking, because I do that, and even now that gives me like a horrible pain in my stomach, and I end up throwing up because I swallow air. I do chew gum. I know we're not supposed to, but I'm very, very careful, and I seldom chew gum. But I would not suggest that for anybody, especially anybody freshly out of gastric bypass. Mints are okay. You might also want to look into omeprazole. It's Omeprazole, I believe is how you spell it. It's the off-brand for Prilosec or Nexium, one or the other. And you can buy it at Walmart. Your doctor might try to prescribe it to you, so if you get it for cheaper through your insurance, that's fine. But otherwise, Walmart sells it for, I think, like 18 bucks. Costco also sells it, and you get like 45-day supply or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's totally cheap. But that is for acid reflux. It also helps prevent the cause of ulcers, which I ended up getting. And I don't know why I got an ulcer, because I wasn't eating bad, but I got an ulcer. So it can happen. It's just to prevent it. A lot of people end up getting on that. I don't take it every day now. I only take it on occasion when needed. So, yeah, so sugar-free Jell-O. Get Crystal Light, all different flavors. Get lots of water. The Gatorade thing's a good idea. Matrix protein is really good. It's not bad. You can also go to Costco if you have a Costco where you're at. They have something called, I think it's Premier Protein. And it's these little cartons. And honestly, I have tried Muscle Milk, but it is so thick, it makes me nauseous. Ugh. It's like drinking yogurt. Oh, that's the other thing. Get yogurt that has no fruit. And low sugar. So I think I actually did like the fiber one, and believe it or not, you open up one of those little yogurt things, and I got a quarter of it down, and that was full. So that's just to give you an idea. So make some hard-boiled eggs. Just get a couple things, because unfortunately you will have to go to the store pretty often to buy food to eat if it expires, if it's the kind that expires, which usually that's the case, like yogurts and eggs and stuff like that, and milk, because you will not be able to eat enough to get it all in within the time that it expires. Trust me, I still can't, and I'm 2.5 years out. So that's for you, Jenny. Your answers are there. And for anybody else pursuing the gastric bypass surgery that needed to know what to do. Oh, big bring for sure to the hospital with you. Bring a robe, because you will not want to wear that ugly gown that they have, and when you're wearing it, it's open in the back and they make you walk, and you do not want people to see that. So I brought a robe, and I was so thankful that I did. I just brought an oversized robe that was easy to fit into. Bring a pillow, because on your ride home, it's going to hurt like heck, because you will feel every little bump, and the pillow being pushed against your stomach will help you. And bring chapstick. Chapstick was a lifesaver after gastric bypass. My lips were so chapped. And I ended up with a cold in the hospital. I mean, pneumonia. I was screwed up in the hospital, but anyhow. So, and bring a phone and bring your charger, because I was thinking I was going to be there for like 2 nights and 3 days, and I was there for 6 nights, 7 days, and I was like so glad that I had my phone and my charger, because I could actually text people. And yeah, plan on not getting any sleep. You might think that you'll get sleep in the hospital, but those, Jenny, you know, you're a nurse, but they come in and they wake you up like every couple hours, and it's like they can never actually consistently do it all at once. It has to be done like every hour, so sleep for an hour and then wake you up again at 2 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, that's the best I can do for now. If I think of anything else, text me, or I'll text you, or call me. You have my number. Alright, bye guys.